You want to come speak real quick? Soul Podcast. This is Lisa, and this is Heart of Inspiration. Super glad that everybody is here with me. It's a little dark today, huh? I'm gonna turn this light just a little bit this way. Do you want to come and say hello to the people? I have my very special assistant with me tonight.
Hi.
The camera's right there, so can you say hi?
Hi.
Yes. So she's just down here just for a few minutes, just until stepmom comes back. She's got beautiful earrings. So she's not going to be here very long, but this is the reason why I do what I do, right? Because of her. Okay. So,
I have earrings.
and she has beautiful earrings. She has beautiful earrings in. Okay. Now say good evening to everybody. Say good evening.
Good evening. Bye.
All right, sweetheart. All right. How is everyone tonight? How is everybody? Thank you. Everyone says they love your hair.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I have messy hair. Sorry.
I, at some point very soon, am just going to have her on the podcast with me. And we're going to, we'll mic her up. And I'm sure she'll have quite a bit to say to us. And I'm sure she'll have some amazing wisdom. Can you do me a huge favor? Can you turn this light this towards me? Like, take the base, just turn it. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Thank you. Look, she's even my production assistant today. All right, guys. Well, welcome everybody. Let everybody know that we're live. I was going to have a guest here tonight, but it didn't turn out that way. So we can handle this together tonight, okay? We are going to have, I don't ask me why in the world this topic came across my mind, honey, but it did today. So we're going to talk about it. So I'm going to speak to the folks here. Hey, Rodney Rich and Melania. Dad Ninja, how you doing, sweetie? Hey, Balance Goddess. Hey, Anna, Queen Kitty and Tabby and Katie and Mystical Mind. Hello. Hello, Ray Love and patois. Patois. People here, positive energy and love. I love it. Hello there, Jeanette. Hello, darling. Hello, Lavea. Hello, LV11 and Miss Marilyn. How are you, sweetheart? How are you? Good to see you. And Courtney, hello. Hello, hello, hello. And Tabby and Angela Harris and Mr. Travis. Hello, darling. Hey, Ceresia, Miss Louise. Hello. Good Monday morning, or probably Monday afternoon by now for you, isn't it, love? And who else do we have in the house? Red Violet. And who else do we have in the house? Michelle. All right. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Let everybody know that, yes. Hey, Molly. That, yes, Miss Lisa is actually talking about the dreaded twin flames. Don't ask me why. Actually, I will tell you why. Because this weekend, okay, so this weekend, my beautiful granddaughters and my daughter-in-law were all out of town this weekend. Okay, and they took Apollo the dog, and as a result, I had the house to myself, just me and the cats. So what happened? What had happened was, I may or may not have entertained a certain gentleman caller. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Jackie.
Hi,
I may or may not have entertained a certain gentleman caller. Okay. and on Friday night. That may or may not have happened. Anyway, my point being is this. Not that I believe that we're a twin flame, but I believe that he and I are definitely meant to be together, right? We're soulmates, and he's just a wonderful partner. We're both going through some things, but we're certainly not running in all of this. So, um, yeah. So I was like, well, I wanted to kind of talk about love relationships and light workers and how easier and difficult it is to have them all at the same time. And then I thought I needed to get this out of the way first. I needed to get this discussion out of the way first. Um, right, Sharon? Sharon says, I never thought this would be a topic that you would talk about officially. I didn't either, but I'm going to. We're going to go there because I feel like it is absolutely imperative that we deal with some of these issues as we're moving forward. And yeah, because relationships, so let me just start with this. Relationships and being a light worker or an enlightened being can be very difficult. And I think all of us know that. And especially if you are really like you are actively pursuing the work. Okay, baby. If you're actively pursuing the work, if you're actively living in your purpose, if you're actively doing what you're meant to do, having interpersonal relationships of any kind is difficult. It can be because there is this very delicate balance between doing the work and also going through this ascension process where we're more highly in tune and aware of our higher self and of our actual the frequency from which we actually come, the actual energetic footprint, our real energetic footprint, not what we see here, but up here, out here in infinity. And that, you can end up getting to a point where it's so incredibly euphoric and beautiful and wonderful and easy to stay up here that we don't deal with humanity, our human self. But we have to, right? Because we're still human. So it truly is this balance of being a spiritual, eternal light being, and that, and remembering we are having a human experience. So therefore, for a lot of us, we intended to have some level of romantic relationship, right? We intended when we got into this lifetime. I mean, unless you came here and like we're just like, well, I'm going to be a Catholic priest, or I'm going to be a Catholic nun, or I'm going to take this vow of celibacy for all my life. Most, I would say 99.9% of us all knew at some point during our adult lives, we or probably our teenage lives, we would have some form of a romantic relationship. And certainly we knew we wanted to experience that. And I would venture to say most of us here in this advanced time that we're living in, most of us are probably like, guess what? I've had a bunch of crap ones in my past lives. So I really wanted to get it right this time. Right? Still learning how to have healthy relationships. Yes. Well, I'm not going to say like that we should cut people off, right? Being together is not good for you. They want to frustrated, can't cut that cord. Yeah, we'll talk about that too. Maybe we'll get that. CJD, what do you mean you open your mail every 3 months, child? If that happened, I wouldn't be getting all the glamour stuff that comes in the mail. So we're an eternal being, a light being that has come here for a very defined purpose. We have a mission to carry out, and we've come here to carry it out. But we're still having a human experience, And gosh darn it, I remember some of my past lives. I'd like to finally have a decent relationship in this lifetime. So we are going to talk about now, full disclosure. So the person I am seeing, I am dating right now. I guess we'll call it dating. I don't know what we're going to call it. I don't want to put a label on it, actually. The person with whom I'm in love and who is very much in love with me, he is not an ascended yada, yada, yada. He ain't. He's a good old Lutheran boy. Okay? He a Lutheran boy. All right? Um, he's Lutheran. Um, you'll refer me speaking to him as gentle giant because he's a full foot taller than I am. He's 6'5", I'm 5'5", and I love that. Okay. Um, he doesn't really understand a lot about what I do about this. I've given him readings. I've channeled his father. Um, it's just his father. I don't think I've channeled his grandmother. His grandmother has visited me, but I've never channeled her for him. She never really wanted to say anything. So he like gets it. But the beauty of this whole thing, he supports me and everything. He's like so happy that I'll be retiring March 12th. He can't, like, he's like, if you want to quit earlier, that's awesome. But guess what? He just lets me be human. I'm just Lisa. I'm not anything. Okay? I'm not anything. I'm just Lisa. I'm not Lisa, Heart of Inspiration. I'm not Lisa, the psychic, the tarot reader, the medium, the teacher, the mentor, the this, the that. So I just a woman in love, and he's just a man in love, and it's and but we can talk about everything, and he's totally cool. So do I believe that's my soulmate? I probably would say so because I feel such a unity with him, and I know that we can grow and go. Oh, Jackie, you don't look that short. Um, but I know I came to this lifetime to have a soulmate. So this is he sees me exactly. Exactly. Um so this is where I'm at with the twin flame thing. And I do agree with you. Let me attend to this, Travis. Travis says, I don't have a twin flame or a soulmate because I believe that anybody could be your soulmate depending upon the situation. That's exactly true. You could have a soulmate that you only work with, that's your business partner. You can have a soulmate that's a friend. You can have a soulmate that's a family member. That is not a requirement for a romantic relationship. Yep, you had polarizing chemistry, but it didn't work out. Right. So, what we're going to do, and I see that there's a lot of input here in the chat. So I'm gonna do what I like to say is this. I'm gonna give you my point of view on this here twin flame thing. And then I'm gonna tell you why I have very big problems. Hey to the moon, I got very big issues with this concept. And we're gonna have a discussion about it tonight. So if you all want to talk about this and change my mind, and change my mind, I'm willing to allow y'all to do this because I don't see the point, nor do I honestly understanding where the soul comes from and all of that. I do not see where it makes sense for a person to say that they have a twin flame. I do not. Divine partnerships, absolutely. Absolutely. Divine partnerships, absolutely. So let's talk about the soul divided. I'm actually just going to read this real quick. I could probably share it, but anyway. So, as the ancient mythology, now I will say to you all, I love me some ancient mythology. I ain't got no problems with mythology. We cool in the game, because I need mythology for astrology. However, there not all mythology is canon. And what I mean by canon is to be taken quite literally as the gospel truth. Just like I believe that there's some interpretations thereof in the Bible that aren't in other holy texts that are not canon. And there are things that should have been canon that are not. So, twin flames. In Plato's Symposium, we're told about the origins of love. And I'm reading this from twinflames1111.com, this website. In the beginning, humans were androgynous. Not only did early humans supposedly have both genders' sex organs, but they also had two faces, four hands, and four legs. Two faces, four hands, and four legs. So they were basically conjoined twins, right? Because Siamese twins like share major organs. Conjoined twins typically are two fully developed into human beings that are joined somewhere, sometimes at the head, sometimes at the shoulder, sometimes at the hip, but they all, in different places or whatever. But conjoined twins are only attached in one space, usually in one place on their body, but they have fully developed arms, legs, head, usually. Okay. For two fully developed entities. This to me sounds like a conjoined twin, not an androgynous being. Now, that's my first thing. According to the story, these beings were very fast and powerful. In fact, they were so powerful that the gods in Mount Olympus became worried. Zeus, the king of the gods in Greek mythology, decided to weaken the humans to lessen their threat. So it was decided to cut them in two. The god Apollo was given the task of dividing these double humans. And here is where twin flames will likely begin to feel a deep resonance with this story, which is likely metaphorical. Aristophanes says the divided humans were very unhappy, of course. Each one longed for its other half, as you would if you were a conjoined twin. And so they would throw their arms about each other, weaving themselves together, wanting to grow together, so could become conjoined again. And Zeus was finally moved to pity and decided to have their sexual organs turned to the front so that in embracing they could unite, become as one, and this way feel better. Now, I don't know if anybody tried to pop into the backstage, but I'm gonna put this back here. And I'm not trying to sit here, I'm honest to God, not trying to stop anybody from, I'm not trying to dispel your beliefs. I'm just trying to make sense of this. And I want us, if we're going to hold these beliefs, to hold them in a healthy way. What are we talking about here? Omnipotent beings that incarnate as being take on the breaking of a generational curses to be broken to pay karma that's due. Okay, that's we're not talking about karma this week. Karma is not this week's discussion. Okay, let's kind of dispel some things. I do not believe. I don't believe. I don't believe there's only 144,000 of anything. I think that's a man-made number. Um, the only thing I may say that there's 144,000 of is I might say that there's 144,000 star seeds here. So tonight's discussion, though, is all about twin flames. Do they exist? Is it true? Is it not? Travis, I think you're going to have to unmute yourself. I don't think I muted you. Did I mute you, baby? There you are. Oh, there's my friend. How you doing, friend?
I wasn't planning on getting up. Well, not like that. I just wanted to listen to everybody else and see what was going on.
Oh, you want me to put you backstage again?
Please. I'm not ready yet.
You ain't ready yet? Okay,
No.
all right. I'm gonna put you backstage.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the thing with the twin flame. What doesn't make sense to me, okay, guys? What doesn't make sense to me is this. Hey, astrology tarot girl. Is that what is the purpose? Why would you create? Because if Zeus, the right head of the gods, the king of the gods, I mean, unless his father Kronos or his granddaddy Uranus did this, if one of those two created human beings, what you're telling me is that these human beings were indeed not necessarily androgynous, but they were conjoined twins that each had separate organs. Because that's the only way that that body could have been broken. A Siamese twin, and yeah, I know I'm flipping back and forth, but I need us to grab this, and I'll tell you why. I'll get there to in a minute. If you got a conjoined twin typically is joined where in a non-critical organ area. Sometimes it can be the skull, sometimes, but usually balance goddess, I love you, but we're gonna go here. We finna go there, girl, because that one there, eh. Anyway, so these are conjoined twins. Therefore, they are completely whole entities that were joined in typically, again, a non critical organ, just from a human physiological perspective. They were not androgynous. Androgynous beings would be, it would be indiscernible what their sex was. Okay, indiscernible what their sex was, because they're androgynous. That's the definition. So, if that's the case, if we're gonna go with the twin thing still, to separate one energy and then say that it's twin, and then set the two of you through all eternity, and your whole goal is to find it, to find your other twin, right? Okay, hold on one second. Good night, baby. Give me a kiss. Get out. Good night, baby. Out. Okay. You out. No, you out. So to set these two entities throughout the whole world, throughout all of eternity, and y'all's role is to find each other. No, 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 no. That makes absolutely no sense. First of all, you yourself are learning, or should understand, that you are your own self-contained entity. You are your only self-contained entity. This is where we're moved. This is why this was very important. I will tell you, because I heard Ralph Smart speaking earlier today and talking about 5D, fifth dimension, fifth dimensional living. And the third dimensional living is looking to an external source for completion. Fifth dimensional living is understanding that you yourself are complete within yourself and are not looking for a savior, and are not looking for completion outside of yourself. The concept that the purpose of the twin is to raise the vibration of the earth and show others how to live in unconditional love and bring the world closer together. That's every light worker's mission. Every light worker's mission is to raise the vibration of the earth and show the earth how to live in unconditional love. It's not just twins. And actually, in all actuality, if you want to be kind of like, serious about it, in all actuality, all of us come from one source. energy. All of us come from one source energy. So are we all twins? Are we all twins? I fully understand what mythology is and what its purpose is, and it's metaphorical, just like a lot of the Bible's metaphorical. Um, I get it. Travis, I don't know if you want to come on or not, baby. Because I can't see you. And we use it, especially in astrological terms. We use especially the Greek and the Roman mythology. It helps us to understand the frequency and the vibration and the energy of the planet, and then we'll understand the frequency and vibration and energy of the constellation and what it represents in our life. This twin flame thing is funky to me, and I'll tell you why. Because I feel like it has been misconstrued and misused to the point that it holds some of us back from being who we're meant to be as our own unique portion of the grander collective. So, yes, we are all connected, yet we are each individual frequency patterns along the spectrum, if you will, right? We are each individual, and the way we express our individuality is in our third dimensional avatar. That's how we do that, right? That's how we do that. Now, I've seen all of this like, okay, y'all aren't really going to be connected and be reunited until both of you guys go through this stuff. So now there's this runner, and then there's a chaser, and then they run, and then they chase. And then you're going through hell in a handbasket, and you got to come back together. Why are you wasting an entire lifetime doing this? That's what I don't comprehend. I keep putting this link up because I want somebody to I want to be I need to understand this, because what I see in this is that too much energy is putting towards there, right? And what I believe that we feel is a twin flame could be a divine partner, could just be somebody that we've worked with throughout the ages, could be whatever, but they're not this romantic relationship, right? And even if I say the twin flame, but as God, as a lot of people do, this is the problem. A lot of people spend their lifetime searching out twin flames. A lot of people go around looking at every darn tarot reader known to man. Can I tell you that before I stopped doing love readings as a rule, now I will do them, but as a rule, I don't do them because I got sick and tired of hearing somebody say, my twin flame this, my twin flame that. I got tired of it. I got tired of it because you know what it always was? My twin flame is running. And is he or she coming back to me? Is he or she coming back to me? That was the whole thing. If I heard that one more again, it was going to be a problem. One more again. Not again, one more again. Okay? We go through this. We go through that's pointless. What is the point of a twin flame? What is the point? Everybody has a spiritual mission, guys. Everybody has a spiritual mission. Everybody does. Everybody here that's in here right now has a spiritual mission. That's going to watch this later has a spiritual mission. Everyone. No, I'm saying they think it's their twin flame or they've identified it as their twin flame. So now they're running in this and that and the third. So we all have a spiritual mission. Okay, fine. Hey, Sandra. We all have a spiritual mission to not just do the will of God. That's not just it, because the will of God is also you doing what you said you were going to do when you incarnated here. We twin flames their mission. That makes absolutely no sense. No, none whatsoever. Your spiritual mission is your spiritual mission. You will come together and work with people and you will separate on that. But if you're waiting for something else or someone else to come in so that you can complete your spiritual mission or you can get to it, you're missing out on your spiritual mission. And I'm just telling you, as a spiritual mother, you are going to come back and have to repeat it again, because you are not going to complete your spiritual mission if you are looking outside of yourself for something or someone else to complete you. That's where I'm trying to get everyone to this point. The going and getting to fifth dimensional living is stopping looking outside yourself for something, someone, some entity, some energy, a Kit Kat bar, a Twix, a Hershey bar. I don't know what you need, a piece of chocolate cake. I don't know, but you cannot look outside yourself to get your validation. You cannot look outside yourself to get your completion. No one is going to set you into the place that you and only you can set you in so that you can complete your mission, what you agreed to do when you came here on this earth. And when you came here on this earth, what your mission was to assist the earth in raising the vibrational set point of all humanity as we evolve to fifth dimensional living. As we're entering very quickly very quickly into the age of Aquarius, we're coming out of the Piscean way of needing salvation and now going to a collective group understanding that we are all one, yet we are individuals. That's cool, Rod. That's cool. I think that you probably met your divine partner. Could it be to shape you into the type of a person that could be capable of embodying divine unconditional love, first for yourself, then for humanity? That is an interesting way of looking at it, Lavea. I will say this: I achieved that through my second ex-husband, the narcissist. He definitely was not my twin flame. And if he was, then y'all can keep all that twin flame mess. Take it, leave it, head out the door with it. I don't want no parts of that. I could tell you for sure he was not my twin flame. For sure. So I don't think that you can do any. Again, the experience I had with him, that empath narcissist experience where he was an energetic vampire and basically sucked the freaking life out of me and almost took me out, literally and figuratively, almost took me out. I wouldn't be the woman I am today as a result of that. However, I still had to do the work. No one should be, you should need it. It's right, Travis. You shouldn't need anyone to complete you. You should be complete within yourself. The other person should be the addition to your completion. Exactly. Mic drop. I'm out. I mean, that's it. Someone just to help balance your second chakra. Well, honey, that's why I got my gentle giant, and he ain't my twin flame. He ain't my twin flame. Balance Goddess, I have put up here the invite multiple times. Come on here. You don't have to show your video. I need you to, because you seem to know a lot about this twin flame thing. I'm trying to understand what is the purpose. I'm going to put it up here again. I'm letting y'all come on in, do the damn thing. Come in here because I don't, everything you're saying about a twin flame, it's not, it's not, it doesn't fit with the rest of what we know to be what is the way that energy works. Well, I understand what you're saying in that, Christy Love. My point is, he wasn't beating me. When I say figuratively, I guess I shouldn't, I mean, literally, he wasn't beating me. Now, that's because I'd be doing this broadcast from jail. He wasn't beating, I wasn't that, but it was just that my life, like, I can't even begin to describe. It was like weird. It was like I felt like I had no life within me. The light was gone from my eyes. I was tired all the time. I was sick for like all the time, months and months and months. So, no, he wasn't physically harming me. I want to put that out there. So that's not, I don't want anybody thinking that. So, but I wouldn't be who I am without it, without that situation, because I wouldn't have taken the accountability and responsibility to grow and seek out spirituality. He was not my twin flame. He was the narcissist. You know, I was just thinking that why is there a need to put a title on a relationship? Karmic soulmate. I don't why you thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Why is there a need to put it on? Well, astrology girl Tara, come on here, child. You don't have to be, opposing, but reading the typing and coming on and saying what we're saying. Like, let's say it, let's get it. So I need to understand. What is my take on karmic partners? I do believe there are karmic relationships. I do believe there are karmic relationships. I do believe there are relationships, Courtney, that help you clear karma. I honestly believe that help you clear your karma. And we talked about karma last week. And if karma, especially for the enlightened ones like us that are talking here, we are honestly at a point where we do have more karma than everyone else. We do. We've got to stay connected to this earth, and that karma keeps us connected to this earth. So I believe that there are karmic partners, and I believe there are things that we have to go through. Yeah, all the narcissists are the same. Hey, Teresa, all of them are the same. They're energy vampires. We'll talk about empaths and narcissists again really soon. But that okay, I gotta get see, but Balance Goddess, come on here and just do the audio. Like, this twin thing makes no sense. To say that your twin is the person that you're I think, yeah, it'll be interesting, astrology girl tarot, when we get to 5D. But I completely agree with you, Sharon. I get tired. That's why I get tired of labels. That's why when y'all heard earlier, when I was just like, okay, well, like, I guess we could say we're dating, but no, we're in a love relationship. We love each other. That's it. I don't need to put a label on it. I don't need to call him my boyfriend, my man, my this, my that. He's the man I love. That's it. He loves me. It's just that simple. And no matter how angry I get with him, and no matter how much he just pisses me off, and no matter how much I'm ready to kick him to the curb, and no matter how whatever, because I'm not getting the attention that I want and I deserve, let's put that out there, I still love him. And then we're like, okay, look, both of us are busy. We both get it. I remind him, are you, Travis, are you coming on? Travis, give me a thumbs up if you're coming on. Do you want, okay. Now he's ready now, y'all. He had to get himself together.
No, I had to eat me some ice cream. That's what I had to do.
Oh,
I was like, nah, I said, let me eat me some ice cream first because I'm over here, eating some cold stone, whatever you call it.
Cold Stone.
Yeah, that. Okay, so I'm going to tell you why I do not really, I don't know. The twin flame thing just put a nasty taste. Looks a glare. The twin flame thing just put a nasty taste in my mouth as far as like, because I used to be one. Hi. So so I used to be one of the ones like I think when I was transitioning out of coming out to my family, but I was kind of forced out. And then
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was bad. It was all bad. So at the time I was dealing with somebody and I don't know, I was so insecure to the point where like I was raised in the church.
Right.
So yeah, I was raised in the church. So I felt like everything that was coming at me, I was going to hell for everything. So I've been told that I'm going to hell for so many years. I'm just like, okay, well, where's my ticket? But right, where's my ticket? So the thing is, when I was with my first significant other, I used to talk to psychics and stuff all the time and all that kind of stuff. And it was like, oh, he is my twin flame. He's my twin flame. But as you can see, we're not together anymore. So I was like, well, I wonder what happened or whatnot. So when you said that people would come to you and stuff about twin flames and stuff, and people say that's their twin flame, I was like, oh God, that used to be me as well. And then the same situation with my ex-husband, which is a narcissist as well. And we were supposed to be together, but we're not anymore because he was just so draining. Like he just drained my energy.
Right.
I felt tired. I mean, I didn't have no energy to do anything. All I did was work, go home and sleep. But
Right.
needless to say, I was like, well, when it comes to the twin flame ordeal, I don't really
I
buy
don't know. So I have only heard of one
that.
romantic relationship where there's a twin flame, and that is Mr. Ralph Smart from Infinite Waters. He is very open and he says that he's married to his twin flame. And I'm like,
Who told
you
him
the
that?
only one. You the only one that I have ever seen and heard of that actually had a successful twin flame relationship. Now, what I have heard is I'm bringing up this other article. It's mirror souls.
Mm-hmm.
So I have heard people say that twin flames are your mirror soul, and that you have this incredible bond, but typically it's always going through this. A lot of these twin flame symptoms are the same thing as everything else, like intuitively knowing what the other person is doing, feeling, or thinking about. Okay, I feel that way about anybody that I have a connection to. Like if I have a connection to you, my psychic, I'm gonna know what you're thinking and what you're doing. You ain't got to tell me nothing. I
Right.
might not want to know, but I'm fixing to know.
Right, but that's kind of like as far as friends are concerned, because I have friends that
It,
I'm similar to as well. But when it comes to me being with someone, I don't want to be with someone that's just like me. I don't, because
right,
I'm a little bit out there. So for
right,
me, I feel like the type of person that needs to be in my space is someone to ground me in a sense.
Right.
To rough to smooth out my feathers because I could be a little bit intense at times, and
Yes.
I don't need two intense people up in this house.
Right. That's too much. Like
That's
we got
too
to have
much.
balance. You
That's
got to
too
have
much for
balance.
me.
So some of the other twin flame symptoms, sharing many of the same interests,
No,
often having the same thoughts or emotions at the same time, for strong physical pull, feeling like you can easily communicate with each other without speaking out loud, like the unspoken, right? Understanding complex or hidden parts of each other, sharing some vulnerabilities, sharing some of the same vulnerabilities and weaknesses, and feeling like it's safe and natural to be your authentic self around them. That sounds like a fabulous relationship. That doesn't sound like a twin flame.
I'm about
So
to
I
say
need to understand the difference.
I need to know too, because I'm
And
like,
I didn't, what's not true? See, balance goddess, you gotta, you could be on
ain't
here
the
without
person?
showing your face. Like
Yeah,
I'm
why this
trying to
person over here
get you.
trolling but not in here?
I I can't like it. She is on here a lot, and I love her energy. And she was not the one I was expecting that would like have this information. I want someone to understand. I want to understand.
Well, I need to understand too because, like I said, I've been through the situations where I would get readings from multiple readers, and they say, and for me, I feel like the twin flame thing was a gimmick as well for them to get your money. They will
Yeah.
say that's your twin flame just because once you say that, you want to pay more and more and more for them to describe the twin flame. No, it's all gimmicky for me personally.
I I mean, there's a lot that is gimmicky, but I'm not gonna count anybody else's coins. But okay, something I mean, I'm trying not, we don't judge. So I see someone saying we need consciousness evolution journey. We have people right here in this chat right here that know about twin flames. Okay. We have people right here in this chat that know about twin flames.
I'm thinking,
So
who is this?
we can have this conversation ourselves. And that's the other thing, right, guys? We got to get to the point where we're doing these things on our own. So if those are not like twin flame, whatever, I mean, and I have seen all of these different channels and everybody is talking about it.
Miss Cleo, and she was a fraud.
Oh,
So
Travis.
I'm just saying, she was a fraud.
Travis. Okay. She may, yeah, okay.
I'm just saying. Call me now for your
You know what? I
pre-reading
needed
work.
pearls and I needed my church fan so I could have my faith. My point to the matter is though, I'm trying to understand what this twin flame thing really, and the reason why I wanted, okay, so balance goddess, just connect. Yep, perfect. Here she come. You stay with me?
Yeah,
Stop.
I'm gonna mute my thing.
Okay, you gonna mute over there? Okay, balance goddess. Here we go.
My point to the matter is, so I'm trying to understand what this twin flame.
Okay, balance goddess. So what we're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to plug in. I just muted you, baby. You're gonna have to plug in some sort of a microphone or something because I'm getting feedback if you're using your phone mic. I'm getting echoing, so I'm gonna unmute the mic real quick.
Are we good?
For being with Armand. Okay.
Are we good?
Yes, much better.
Okay. Hi. I'm the Balance Goddess. I have been on this journey for 13 years. And so it's weird. So my twin flame and I actually haven't had a lot of contact together. But every time we come into contact, I can feel his energy. It's very much like mine and it feels like home. And the minute that I come into contact with him, I feel more grounded and I feel more at ease and at peace.
Somehow you started echoing again, honey. Whatever you did, you just started echoing again. Okay, I'm gonna let her unmute her mic when she gets back. So this is interesting. So she's been on this journey for 13 years, guys. This is what we're understanding.
Right.
CJD, hold on. What is you talking about? I know it is a reflection of myself, yourself. I was with mine. Balance Goddess, you can unmute yourself whenever you got that together. Okay.
Okay.
We were 8 days apart. Some come in for lessons. I do feel it's possible for two twin flames to work if they put in their work. I'm still needing someone to kind of prove to me about the existence of a twin flame because I'm feeling very strongly like all that you guys are describing to me is not that different from a divine partner. It's not that different
It's
from a
not that
soulmate.
different. It's not.
Mm.
They're very much very similar concepts and very similar things. Um, Twin flames themselves usually have an issue with the labeling of things. It's not that that's the person who completes you. You just know that that's your divine counterpart. That's your person. You yourself have to be complete and to be leveling up and ascending to your own light work before you can even think about coming together with your twin flame and going on to further the light work that way. But twin flames usually have some sort of divide, whether it be age, race, social, wealth, um,
Hmm.
cultural. My parents are twin flames, and my dad was from the north, my mom was from the south. Very different environments that they have to bridge the gap on, and that's what they're doing, is they're bridging the gap. So you'll see a lot of your interracial couples actually could be twin flames, because that's the mission. You're supposed to bridge the gap to help people naturally have to get rid of some of these biases. Um,
That's
My
I agree
white
with that.
boyfriend is not my twin flame. I guarantee you, and
I,
I'd have
I
dated.
agree with the interracial thing, but I don't. You know.
I mean, it's not that okay. So I guess this is where I'm having the big issue. None of what you're describing to me is any different than what you're supposed to be doing as an individual completing your mission here on earth and being a light worker and allowing your light to shine. When I see the term twin flame, what ends up typically happening is someone says, "This is my twin flame." They'll say all those things you just said. I feel at home with them. I feel this with them. I feel they're my mirror. I mean, I see some people talking about mirror reflection. They'll say all of these things. And then when I dig into it, what I find out is they are toxic. They are cheating. They are running. They really honestly don't want to be with them, right? I mean, honest to God, this is what there's been a lot of these people that have said to me, "Oh, I know this is my twin flame." And
My
I'm
ex
like,
husband did it to me. Lied, cheat. He did all that stuff, and that was supposed to be my twin flame. Mm-hmm.
so there's such this misuse of it, and I feel like we use this terminology to excuse bad behavior. We use this terminology to allow toxic people to do toxic things to us. And and for me, again, being a spiritual mother and a spiritual mentor, I feel it's really important that we deal with this. Like, we need to, that's why I want to have that discussion tonight, because we can't move forward into fifth dimensional living if we're still here in the 3D kind of dealing with this twin flame thing that, you know, I need to have this twin flame in order to complete my mission, in order to get in there. Like I need, this is why I'm like, what in the heck is what's going on?
Well, that's part of the problem is everyone wants to label themselves as a twin flame and say that this person is the person who completes them, and that's not what a twin flame does. A twin flame is more like, your union is more like a reward for you coming into your light work. You are doing what you need to be doing, so you come into union to help ascend on a higher level. And that's what twin flames are supposed to be. They're not supposed to be what everyone thinks they are. You don't always come into contact with your twin the way that you think that you do, or sometimes you don't recognize your twin. If you are really in a place where you don't love yourself, you will naturally not be attracted to your twin flame at all. A lot of people end up coming across their twin flame when they're in this place where they don't love themselves and reject their twin flame.
Yeah. I can understand your point. I can understand your point. Because both times I was in a relationship, I really didn't love myself like that. I was just in it because I felt like I needed to be in something.
Well, that's the thing that... What? I don't know. Where'd she go?
Huh.
Oh.
She just dropped off.
I don't know.
Because I don't want to be, you know, on here and, you know, this is her show. So I'm like, where she went?
Yeah. I wonder if something happened with the YouTube.
I don't have a twin flame. My soul is complete. Amen, Sharon. That's how it's supposed to be. If you're not complete with yourself, then my thing is you should already be complete with yourself, like I said before, because when someone comes into your life, that'll be an addition to your completion. Child, Lisa said I had to go. I ain't got time for this mess.
Well, that's the thing. I actually walked away from my twin flame. We were both at a point where when we tried to make a relationship work, we were both at a point where we had a lot of internal healing that we needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we weren't able to stop triggering each other. It wasn't that we were being really hateful to each other. It just, we would accidentally trigger each other on different things, and it would send us into a downward spiral. It wasn't us being mean to each other. It was the triggering aspect that we didn't even realize we were doing to each other.
Right.
And that's what a twin flame does. They're not doing anything to hurt you. Your twin flame doesn't want to try to hurt you. They just show you your shadow aspects, the things that you might not necessarily want to look at. And that helps you to evolve past it. Once you are able to see those parts of yourself, you're able to evolve. And that's what a twin flame does, is helps you evolve and ascend.
Well, why do they call it breaker? Oh, her breaker trip. That's what she said. I just texted. She said her breaker just tripped. But why do they call it twin? Because when I think of, well, you do have twins that don't look alike. I had to think about it. Fraternal twins. So I was gonna say maybe.
So
Hey, hang on. I gotta figure out how to. I don't know if I can mute my own self here. Hang on, I gotta figure this out.
No, we waiting on you.
Well, I was echoing. No, what happened is I've got breakers tripping.
Yes.
Huh? Oh, I know what happened.
Somebody asked me about
There
my
we go.
zodiac sign. Someone make a guess. Guess. You know what it is, Lisa, because you read me, because you said that I'm at the strongest position of where it starts.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm at the cusp, but I made about 31 minutes. And you told me, I remember. Okay, so Lisa,
So,
so
guys,
what?
the problem is that I've got like breakers tripping down here for some reason, and I don't know why. I don't have really that much extra like hooked up. I don't know what's going on. So that's what happened. So sorry about that.
I'm not an Aries. I have no Aries in my chart whatsoever. I have no Aries. I have no Leo.
I have Aries.
I don't have no Aries or Leo. I don't think I have. I don't even think I have Cancer. I don't have Cancer either in my chart.
Wait a minute, Sharon. Sharon said that wait, can I put this? That anyone can, I'm not sure where we left off, guys, but that basically that she knows that other people, somebody's not walking around with half her soul. I think that's
Oh,
the problem.
Sandra got it right. Sandra got it right.
Well,
My time.
that's the thing that everyone you come across can help you grow. Your twin will accidentally trigger it without even meaning to. They'll just say something and it'll relate to something from your past and it'll trigger you to evolve through that. Um, whereas your soulmates usually have more of understanding, whereas your twin flame. So another thing with twin flames is sometimes you'll just like come into knowledge about certain things, like that you wouldn't necessarily ever have come across the knowledge yourself about. And that would be you gaining that knowledge through talking on the astral. But you don't have to remember talking on the astral. You'll just like all of the sudden be like, I understand science now. It's kind of like that.
Well, I've done that. I've done astral travel and talk in the astral without a twin
I
flame.
can barely
I
understand
did.
you.
You
You sound
can.
covered up.
I said that I have done that without having a twin flame.
You can.
No, I know you can because I do it on a regular basis, and I teach other people to do it on a regular basis. So that's what I'm saying. It's like there's nothing here that I'm hearing you say that a twin flame does with that you don't get if you are honestly seeking your own enlightenment and you're on your own journey. I'm not hearing one thing that a twin flame does that you don't do if you're going after it.
Well, that's the thing, that your twin flame journey isn't supposed to be in replace of your own light work. You have to be doing your own light work before you can even think about doing anything twin flame wise.
Then
And
what
it's
is the
more of
point of doing twin?
people's,
Then what is the point of doing twin flame?
Thank you.
it's like when spirits like, okay, I want you to give people advice through tarot, and then the next day they're like, and now you're leveling up and we're going to show you the next stage. That's what the twin flame journey is. It's the leveling up and going to the next stage.
For what purpose? Why do I need a twin flame to go to the next stage?
You don't necessarily need a twin flame to go to the next stage. That's the thing. Everyone's so focused on needing to be with their twin flame to do their light work. You don't need to be with your twin flame to do your light work. People see the twin flames together and how they communicate and how they talk to each other, and it makes them want to be better in their relationships with whatever person, their mother, their child, their daughter, their significant other, it makes them want to be better. It's just like regular light work, very similar thing. All of this is very similar concepts. The problem that a lot of us come in contact with is that we want to put labels on it. Not everything needs to be labeled, and not everything needs to be put into a box. It's like,
I
so
still don't see a point, because you and your own entity, your own self, should be able to come into contact with people if you're doing your light work and get them to a point that they wish to be better, or they want what you have, or you know what I'm saying, that you yourself should be emitting light in and of yourself without the need for a reunion with another entity that I'm still not convinced is completely just split off and is your twin, because we are all from the same source.
well, there
So
are there's differing opinions on how twin
Somebody,
flames became twin flames. Not everyone believes that twin flames were born together. Some believe that it's more of a contract, that you've known this person for almost the beginning of your soul, and you guys formed a contract that you would
oh,
evolve
wig.
throughout X amount of years. I believe in Hindu it's 25,000 years or something like that. That your souls will just keep finding each other to help each other to evolve through that time. It's just a more powerful contract than you do with other soulmates that you have. So it really just varies on what viewpoint you want to look at that. But that's a human thing that we want to label that.
Well, what did
I'm not
Trisha just
coming at
say?
this. I'm not coming at this from a human perspective. I'm coming at this as, again, one that assists people in getting into their light work and walking in their purpose. So I see
So
these comments. Hang on. I see these comments here where they assist in healing. They are divine. We're all divine. You're divine. I'm divine. We're all divine, right? I assist people in healing. I'm not all y'all's twin flame. I guarantee you, I ain't Travis's twin flame. Now, I'll tell you that in a minute. But
You know, you and I, we connect though, Lisa.
we
We
do.
connect.
Yes,
We do.
we do. We
So
do.
yeah, you will be part of my twin flame as far as a friendship, because we kind of like-minded in a sense.
We're very, yeah, in a lot of senses. So again, I pardon me for I know I'm grilling. I know I am, but I gotta get to the bottom of this, because I just feel like this is yet one other aspect of spirituality where we're not taking our own accountability enough and saying and basically depending on another entity for some aspect of our life. And if there's no other aspect, if you're saying that, okay, we got to get to this point of ascension, and I've seen that too, that we got to get to this point of ascension and higher frequency. And when the two are actually like on the same frequency, that's when y'all can come together. Okay, that's great. But what I need to understand then is, if that's the case, then what is the point in coming together in that time frame? And if it's just so that you can have companionship, then I'm cool with that. I totally get that, understand it. But I just feel like there's too much of a dependence on other things that this twin flame is supposed to be doing for us.
So your twin flame causes you to evolve on a major level. So my background, I was raised in a very strict Catholic background.
I was in a Baptist background.
I
Okay,
was not,
Travis, let me
everything had to be very, very strict on the way that I lived, in many ways. And when I came into contact with my twin flame, he triggered me to evolve past a lot of the views of the church that I have always in the back of my mind been like, that's not correct. So it's made me go on this huge journey of developing my own spirituality and developing my own belief structure that is actually a very solid belief structure tailored to myself, that I wouldn't have, it had to have been an extremely deep, strong soulmate or my twin flame to be able to make me do these changes to the mass amount that I have in such a short amount of time. And that's what twin flames do for each other.
But
Your
that's
strong
what
soulmates can't do
spirit
each other.
does. That's what spirit does. That's when spirit sends angels, spirit sends teachers, spirit sends people. So, but you said that you never been in actual, like, what kind of relationship or communication or whatever have you actually been in with your twin flame?
So when I was 18, we were together for a few months. We were dating long distance. And then we broke up, and we've been in the same room a couple different times, or in the same radius a couple different times since then.
Mm.
But we haven't really talked since then. That's the most communication that I've had with him.
And you feel that just being around his energy kickstarts you into something else. Is he very spiritual?
Yeah, he is. Well, I'm not really sure if he is now, but when he and I were together before, he was very spiritual. He's a powerful psychic.
But you don't know if he's practicing right now.
We're not in contact.
Somebody asking who confirmed your twin flame relationship, Goddess.
Who confirmed it?
Yeah, someone's asking that in the chat.
I didn't need anyone to.
Oh, you didn't need
No one
anyone to
can
confirm?
confirm your twin flame except for you. You can go see 1,000,001 psychics, and they will all be like, oh, this person, this person. The only one who knows who your twin is you. You will feel it. You will feel like they are home. You will feel like you've known them forever. Their energy will feel like yours if you can feel energy.
Well, I have a question. Okay, because this recently just happened to me, right? I moved to El Paso, and I moved because of a job. And as soon as I got there, I came across this one individual, but at first I couldn't stand his guts. I couldn't stand him. And then once we started talking, it just stuff started happening. But the situation is he was already in the situation. So is that common?
That's the thing. Everyone wants to put all these labels on it. It could be, it doesn't have to be. When I first came in contact with my twin flame, he was still talking to his ex some. So I have heard of that. I did experience that, but it doesn't have to be. Everyone wants to label all of these things, but it really, what you are feeling about yourself will determine how you view your twin flame. If you're feeling really negative about yourself and you can't love yourself, there's no way you can love your twin flame.
Right.
I don't believe they exist. Wait, so let's just make this one very clear. I don't believe they exist. I believe that what we have said is a twin flame, regardless if we're trying to put a label or not, is really become basically a distraction and or a crutch. And that's the danger for most people. Not saying it has for you, but for most people.
I'm
Because
not a
whenever I
Scorpio.
hear about these relationships, what I hear is they're very short lived, they're very toxic in some cases. Like there's like something that's not really like, like all it's not all there. Um and but I also hear that if there is a catalyst to get us to a place where we begin to heal, I'm not convinced that that would not happen without this person not necessarily being a twin flame. And again, if being a student of the soul and being a student of energy, I have a very difficult time with what is the purpose, because everything that spirit does has a purpose. Even chaos has a purpose. So what is
Heartbreak
the
has a purpose.
purpose? Everything. So what is the purpose to splitting a soul up, a consciousness, because that's really what we're talking about. We're talking about splitting a consciousness that has been together for eternity, and then setting these two pieces off throughout the rest of earth. For what? Why
I can
would
barely understand you,
spirit
Lisa.
torment you to that point? Because that's torment. To be separated, I mean, even if you're separated from your sibling or you're separated from your child, twins that are separated at birth, it is horrible. So why would what purpose does that serve to split a consciousness? Because that's literally what we're talking about doing and setting it in here. That's what I'm trying to get to.
All right,
And
guys.
I'm not pointing at you, honey. I don't want you to think that. I like having these dissertations. I like having these conversations because all of us are just like, we are all like up here at this level. So I love having these conversations with people. I really do because I want to get to the meat of it. I want to understand it too.
So, to me, the point is not to focus on your twin. It's not to focus on finding union. It's not to focus on finding who you're going to be with for the rest of your life. The points of all of this is, to me, is for each person to stand in their own. And the twin flame concept in of itself has become a major distraction. Not everyone wants to become so focused on when they're going to become into union, when what the real question they should be focusing on is, how should I get to my light work? Because only through the light work will the twins come together. You need to be focusing on you. You need to do you. You need to be enhancing yourself, and through enhancing yourself, enhance the world. And only then will spirit give you your reward of your twin flame. That's the whole point of it. Do what you need to do. Focus on you. Get your ducks in a row, and then things will come into contact.
That makes perfect sense because that's where I am right now in my life. Because I was into the I guess trying to find a twin flame or whatever, finding a soulmate. But I had to really step back and say to myself, I was like, the person that's meant to be there will be there. I don't
Yes.
know who it's going to be. I just know that right now, I just want to do what I need to do and what my purpose is. I feel like I have a purpose. I don't know what it is, but I'm going towards that. And I don't need anybody to tell me what my purpose is. And I don't need anyone to complete me. Either you want to go on the ride with me being my true self and becoming a better version of myself, or you got to go.
Well, and that's the thing. In a relationship with just a soulmate, You can easily just fall into a rut and just get stuck there.
I
Whereas,
Yeah, but you're not in but you're not in a relationship with your twin flame. You're not even in a relationship with your twin flame.
I know people who are. My parents are twin flames. My motto of how a relationship should function is by my parents. They are twin flames. They are completely in tune with each other on a level that most people I have seen, even parents of other friends have not even been able to contact. Growing up with my parents, they were so in tune that you couldn't even pull anything off on them. They were a unit through and through. Everyone that they come in contact with, they were a unit. When you were talking to one, you might as well be talking to the other, because they were going to give you the exact same answer no matter what. I've met twin flames who come through like the exact same way. Like one will rush through and then the other one will rush through. When you talk with your twin flame, you'll find that along their journey, they've had similar things that they have had. And that's one of the stronger signs, is that if they went through a bunch of abusive relationships, like you've probably seen a bunch of abusive relationships if you haven't had your own. So that's what they're talking about, the mirroring thing.
Okay.
Your
So
journeys will seem similar.
this is the thing. So I've been doing this for a lot of years, right? I've been in spirit service for a ton of years. And yet you still not answered my question, because my my reward for completing my mission here and doing my purpose in this lifetime is either I get to not come back here and do this all over again, and I get to do something else on another planet. Or, you know what I'm saying? That's the quote unquote reward for doing what you're to do, right? The actual reward for doing what you're meant to do is simply the satisfaction of doing what you're meant to do and living your highest purpose. That's where you get the most fulfillment from. And so I'm still not hearing a purpose behind splitting one consciousness into two, even if I get along with that concept. Because I do believe your consciousness is your consciousness. So split one into two for the purpose of, at some point, hopefully they get back around and then cause one another to heal. That's what, in all of the studies and all of the different religions and different traditions, and just like I'm a spirit doesn't feel authentic to what spirit would do. And I'm just trying to see why.
So it's kind of like, if you want to raise the vibration of the earth faster, you want more bodies that are able to raise that vibration. So by splitting the twins in two, you now have two vessels of love instead of the one vessel of love. So you can spread the love faster than you can with the one vessel. This right
We're
now.
stretching. We're stretching now. We're stretching. Okay. Except for the fact that I find that most twin flames, when I come across those that believe in it, there's only one of them that's actually doing what they're supposed to do.
I've come across a few different ones just on YouTube. I don't want to just be saying them, but
You want to get a full
they're on there. They're on there. I know 3 off the top of my head right now. And just watching them, just seeing them interact together, it radiates love. And it's to get that out there as fast as you can, because right now the world needs love. It's
Well,
like,
but sweetheart, that's exactly why people like myself that are spiritual mothers are out here helping y'all get into your purpose, right? This got nothing to do with a twin flame and everything to do with you as an individual light worker emanating the light and walking in the light and doing your purpose. That's why we're here as the mentors and the mothers. And the purpose of this conversation was to get us off of a twin flame thing. Let's have the talk. I wanted to have the talk, but to get us up out of that so we could connect with us. We could connect with ourselves and then interconnect together on a fifth dimensional level. Moonstay is saying the twin flame journey is moving towards giving unconditional love for humanity. You can do that. I do that. A lot of people do that without a twin flame journey.
Right. You don't need someone to help you get there. You
well,
don't.
and that's what I've been saying, that you don't need someone to help you get there. That's just the next level. You should always be looking for the next level to be able to spread spirit's love. And for the twin flames, which are rare, not everyone is a twin flame, not everyone has a twin flame. Twin flames are very rare.
I have
And
a
a lot
twin
of people
flame.
who don't have a twin flame don't understand the concept and
Oh,
have a very hard time wrapping themselves around why you would even want to be a twin flame.
I see.
Well, I
Okay.
have a twin flame
I see
though.
where that's going. So I see where that's going. That's cool. I get it. That's cool.
No, it's like a reward. Like,
Because
you've
that's
done what you need to do, and you find your person, and you are able to just naturally spread it even more, like, and help people be who they need to be. Like, people just coming into contact with twins, light workers, star seeds, all of it, they just naturally start to want to ascend. And that's the point. We're all just trying to do the same thing and help everyone get to the next level.
Well, I already told you I have a twin flame though. I have many of them, but all of my twin flames are dead. But they're on a dollar bill though. Money, honey. The dead presidents are my twin flames, girl.
Yeah, money makes the world go round.
Make the world go round. And you could buy
Sure
you
does.
a twin flame.
Yeah.
We can't hear you, Lisa.
I think
you
your
can't
mic's
hear
not
me.
working. There you
Can you hear
go.
me now?
Got you.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, that's like oh my. So I guess this is where I'm at with this whole conversation at this juncture is this. Um anything, any concept that takes you away from focusing on self, any concept that takes you away from becoming your most magnificent divine being here on this earth in this incarnation and fulfilling your purpose is nothing but a distraction.
That's so true.
Absolutely nothing.
So true.
I have been a longtime student and practicer of energy and student of energy, student of spirit, walked with, talked with And there has been yet nothing yet that has shown me that there would be a purpose to splitting a consciousness, because in a sense then you are almost destroying that consciousness. You're causing that consciousness great harm. And however, I do think that there are people that feel the need to feel like there's someone out there that they can connect with and that it's going to activate them. And if that's what activates you, then awesome. My whole goal with lightworkers, period, is this: don't get into a bunch of toxic relationships. Don't be chasing after somebody that ain't coming after towards you. Don't be out
Absolutely.
here. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they got a man or they got a woman, they ain't yours. God's not bringing
Boom.
you, Spirit's not bringing you no other person's person.
Thank you. Because if they
You
want to
know,
be there, they will be there.
exactly. So,
That's so
your
true.
relationships will come and they will grow as they are meant to. And you do get the opportunity. We all do, I do believe, have the opportunity to have a partner in this life. And if that was what you ended up actually coming, some people, honestly, you may have had your partner already, and the rest of the life is not meant to have a partner.
Preach, evangelist.
I, I mean,
Let me go. I'll
I'm
be right back. Hold
convinced
on.
now I am not getting remarried and I'm not having anybody live with me. So that's just, we've talked about that. But that's cool in the game, right? So, but anything that's not helping you grow, and anything that you're not integrating into your world and as opportunities to grow and as opportunities to learn and opportunities to empower and raise your vibration, and taking the time to raise your light codes, and you turn light codes on and raise your consciousness level. If it doesn't feed that purpose, there is no purpose to it. And that's why I just don't want us to continue to be distracted by this twin flame thing, because I do see it as a great distraction. And not that we shouldn't have interpersonal relationships, because we all need them, but I do see it as a great distraction. And I just want people to not focus so much on that and be complete within oneself.
Right, because honestly, I think I've already had my share of whatever relationships I had, because I had two. I don't think, I don't think I'm not in the headspace anymore of wanting to be like, oh, I need to be with someone. I'm not in that headspace anymore. I just want to be happy and peaceful and complete with self.
Right,
And,
right,
and that's the best love for me that I have so far
right,
with me. Anything
right,
else, I don't want no distractions like that. I don't.
right. Blue
Well, and
skies.
that's the most. Oh, that's the
I'm
most
sorry.
important.
I just want to put something out here. Blue skies. I'm not trying to negate anybody's truth. I'm trying for y'all to show me your truth. So I put that link down there. I'll hang with y'all for a little bit longer before I sign off.
Well, Blue Skies need to get on here and
Right. I'm
justify
like,
his comment.
come tell me, please. Tell me. I honestly want to understand. I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
Travis is heated tonight, boy. He is heated. Go ahead, Balance Goddess. You were saying that's the most important. Go
I
ahead,
was
baby.
just gonna say that's the most important thing is to focus on you and to focus on your own light work. What's meant to be always will be. If you are meant to be with someone in particular and that's who you resonate with your twin flame, you will be. But you need to do what you need to do first. And the most
Thank
important
you.
thing is to focus on the earth, focus on her healing, focus on healing our society and all of the issues that are with that right now. That's what we should be focusing on.
Focusing on our light work, right? Our
Yes,
light work.
that's the number one. Your own light work, what you
Right.
need to be focusing on. Like,
Right.
you
Hey,
need to do
Trisha.
what you need to do first. And the most important thing is to focus
Okay,
on
who is
the earth,
somebody?
focus
Okay,
on her.
so I'm gonna mute mics because we still. Okay, so we got somebody else. Okay, well, y'all, I'm giving y'all a chance. Hey, Deeper. Hey, Keza. Okay, Trisha, I'm gonna unmute you now, honey. So hopefully it's not echoing. Here we go.
Yes. That's the number one. Your own light work. What
Okay,
you
we're
need.
still echoing. Trisha, turn your volume down on your speaker, honey.
Is to focus on
All right. So, Trisha, what do you have to add to this conversation today?
What I have to add to the conversation is
Here we go.
I've been in a relationship for 17 years with a man who I just runner, chaser thing, all kinds of stuff. Yes, he was good to me when I was, having problems with the first husband. He was very protective and all of that good stuff. But I'm going to tell you, I've never had anything like mental telepathy. I will meditate in my house, and that man's 3,000 miles across the United States, and he's in my room, in my studio. No, I could have conversations with him in my head. When he was near me, I'd be in a room full of people, and it'd blurt out, and people say, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Didn't he just say that?" They're like, "No." And he looks and he laughs. Okay. So I've had this relationship which you're talking about. I don't know what it's for, but what I know is that man is teaching me what I need to do to control myself. Because 2 years ago, 4 years ago, when all this stuff started coming back, and I went in, I meditated. I've been healing myself and only myself with people like Lisa helping me. It puts me for my purpose, and I know what that is. And when I put my boundaries up to that man, he running again. You know what? I stopped the chaser thing. So maybe there is something out there with this twin flame thing. But you know what? The love I got for me and for spirit, ain't nobody gonna break that. And what I'll tell you right now is that man ain't meant for me because he ain't awake enough to be with me. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to lower my standards for nobody. So, that goo goo gaga la la stuff everybody talks about having one? No, that ain't happening in my relationship. And people out there think I'm crazy because I used to take that man back all the time. And now I'm setting my boundaries up and I'm sticking for myself and I'm going on with this. I'm sorry, this is like a real, really hits me right here because I've been in this people tell me
done
I'm
triggered
crazy.
Trisha. We done triggered Trisha.
I am not.
Yes, baby. Yes. No, I hear you. It's not right. I hear you.
I
hear you. You have set the boundaries as you should, and that's exactly what you should do. I mean, in any relationship, I don't care if it's this, that, or the third. I don't care what it is. You need to set proper boundaries, right? You can't just let somebody come in and out of your life like that. You cannot. You cannot. So you are doing exactly the right thing. Exactly the right thing. And I hope that now, Rebecca, honey, I've seen you here and I've seen you in this chat and you're talking about you feel trapped and you can't get away from this person. I want you to listen to Trisha because you can. You have to decide you're setting up your boundaries. And if this person has that much of a hold on you, then we need to be doing some cord cutting and we need to be doing some setting you free because that's not right. No person should have you feeling trapped where you can't get out. That is not healthy. That's not healthy. Right, Miss Trisha? Can she hear me? You hear me, Miss Trisha?
Yes, it's just a little bit getting caught up.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And I will tell you that I grew up in nothing but an abusive relationship from my mother leaving me to my father. Dark. It's been dark, nothing but darkness. So maybe that is the thing that I had to learn this. Nobody taught me boundaries. I had to learn this all on my own. It's
Right.
real deep and dark. A lot of abuse, a lot of drugs and alcohol were involved in my relationships.
Yeah.
And I'm not there anymore.
Yes.
And I'm not going to let anybody beat down the spirit that I had raised up in my vibrations.
Right.
I don't
Amen
blame
to
you
that.
because sometimes you got to put boundaries with own family members too, because they could be the first ones to bring your spirit down, to try to make you feel less than, but you have to put up that boundary with them and let them know you're not with the games. And I've done it with all of my family members, including my own mama. Sure have.
Wow. I know. I've had to do the same thing with all the family members, you know? So, okay, wow. Well, this has been quite the discussion. Okay, I don't think we're going to get. I love to see Keza and Deeper over here. Y'all don't come over here that often anymore. Thank you, Miss Trisha. I'm going to pop you out, okay, darling? I'm going to pop you on out. I'll call you, though, this week. We got to talk. Travis, you leaving me too, huh?
Up to you. I'm just over here listening.
Oh, okay,
I'm
darling.
enjoying the
Okay.
conversation because I was a little bit confused about the whole twin flame thing. I'm still
I'm not
confused
sure
about
that
it.
I helped, but I just wanted to get at least I will say this. I have more clarity now on those that operate with that belief system, why they have twin flames. I have a little bit more, but I still, and people might feel like I'm trying to put logic to it, but there is honestly logic to everything in
There's
spirit.
reasons behind everything.
There's reasons. And I mean, there's a reason why it's called hidden mysteries and hidden wisdom. It's still mysteries, it's still wisdom. It's just hidden from third dimensional
The Da Vinci
understanding.
Code.
Right. It's different. Right. So there's a piece here as I've been studying energy in depth for my master class, and so I can like do some work with the master class group. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. This makes sense. This makes sense. This makes sense. This twin flame thing doesn't fit with things like kundalini energy. It doesn't fit with things like the 12 chakras. It doesn't fit. Like I gotta understand why that's why I was like, we gotta have this conversation. And I want to just be sure that we're not participating in a grand distraction from our growth.
I
That's the
understand.
main thing, because like we absolutely balanced goddess was absolutely right. We absolutely have to have all light workers on deck, at least moving towards our, at least trying to find out what your purpose is and then getting into your purpose. We have
Yes.
to have you activated, because there's it's more than even just earth healing and humanity healing. There's spiritual warfare going on. There's other dimensional beings. Like there are things happening.
And
And
if you
those of
haven't,
us that are typically go there, like do the traveling, I'm gonna tell you something. We cannot do this alone.
right,
Absolutely cannot. We need everybody.
and if you haven't noticed, when it comes to once you find your purpose, that's when boundaries start coming into play, especially within yourself and what you no longer
Exactly.
tolerate with other people.
Exactly. Go ahead, balance goddess.
Well, and you guys are exactly right that right now is a time where we don't need to be focusing on finding our twin or things like that if that's what you resonate with. You need to be focusing on the greater good and how we can all come together and raise the vibration of humanity. And if you found out how to do that through the twin flame, it's time to focus on the raising of the humanity. Put the twin flame things aside for now if you're getting too distracted. That's not what you need to be focusing on.
Mhm. Rebecca, thank you. Thank you very much, balance guys. Rebecca, I think that what you're asking is this toxic relationship what God has for you? And absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is not your best. It is not your best. If you are in a bad relationship, a toxic relationship, if you are in a physically abusive relationship, emotionally abusive relationship, I don't know, Sharon's still in here. But email me at admin@heartofinspiration.net. Let me see, I might be able to put it here. Email me if you need help getting out. I will help you find some way to get out if you are in physical or emotional danger. But nobody needs to do a look of soul searching on anything here. If she is in a bad relationship, a toxic relationship that is not good for her, she needs to get out of it. End of
That's why I
discussion.
didn't even say anything about the situation because you know more than what I know, and that's not my place to impose whatever's going on in her life. I just know that if she need any support from any of us, that we're here because I've been there, done that with relationships, and I understand exactly where she is. So I can't really be like condemn her for what she's going through because I've been through the same thing.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And I hope you're not taking it like that. I'm here to help you, honey. And I'm just letting you know, if no one else has told you, if this is a toxic relationship to you, if you are not safe emotionally, mentally, or physically, or spiritually, then this is not what you're meant to be in. This is what you're meant to come through. I'll put it to you like that. You're not meant to stay in it, right? You're meant to slay from it. You're meant to get out of it. You're meant to be your best you.
Right.
Okay, so that's where I want to help you get to. Kirk
And
Dennis says, "I go ahead."
it's coming from someone who does resonate with the twin flame journey. No one is worth that. If they are making you feel really low about yourself, if they're hitting on you, like hitting you, if they make you feel like you're not good enough, if you feel like you can't get away, you do need to get away. It doesn't matter if you think that's your twin or not. They're not right for you. They might not be ready, but your twin won't treat you like that. Walk away. Run away.
Love,
Run
love should
fast.
complicate. Love should complement you, not complicate you.
Right.
Exactly. I love that.
So, and thank you, Teresa Walsh, for the look, battered wife syndrome. I know all of those of you that are newer to this channel haven't heard my story, but I grew up in an extremely abusive household, not to me physically, but my father was extremely, and when I say extremely, I'm talking broken bones, black eyes, I'm talking joints out of socket, I'm talking it was horrible. Okay? To my mother, to specifically my one brother that is very much like my mother. Um, Later on in life, he did actually. I mean, he did. He had his come to Jesus. He really did, and he made changes, and he did apologize, and he did like come to understand the hell he put us through. So I didn't understand till I was an adult why my mother never left. So I understand that syndrome like hands down. And I'm here for you, Rebecca, and anybody else under the sound of my voice. I understand exactly what you're going through. Okay? I get it.
I do
And
too.
I know probably you've been trying to leave and you've wanted to leave and maybe you've left before and your family maybe has just been like I can't do anything with her anymore because she's, always going to go back and all of that. I get that. But I believe in you and I'm here and I know it's scary. I know it's scary. But I'm here for you and I can help you if you're ready to be helped, okay? And even if you just want to talk, email me and we will talk. All right? Um Kirk Dennis, I always thought that simultaneously would find once I find my niche, I will find my person. Um Not necessarily. I found my niche. I found my niche before Gentle Giant and I got together. And let me tell you, if we're not together forever, I'm not gonna cry. So you might not find you might not. You might not. But it's really once you find your niche, I'm gonna tell you something. It's really interesting how you sometimes feel like you don't even have time for your person because you're so busy
If you
and
expect
fulfilling
someone,
your purpose.
if you expect things from an individual, it's only setting yourself up for disappointment. So all you gotta do is go with the flow
Hmm.
and just
Hmm.
know what the boundaries are. If they can't respect your boundaries, you gotta go.
Yes. Yes, astrology girl, you want us to pray for Miss Rebecca, or do you want us? Is that specific to Miss Rebecca, or is there anyone else in here? Travis, I feel like I'm going back to church, child. I need to get me a tambourine and we need an organ up in
I was
here.
listening to Mary earlier today.
And
It
I'm going back
was.
to church.
Can't give up now.
I said that last week. I was like, oh, I need to get me a tambourine and some shouting music up in here.
Listen, I would listen to Mary before I got on. I was look. I don't know. I was watching a Tony Braxton YouTube. She was
Mhm.
singing live. What is it? Unbreak My Heart. Then the next thing I know, it was Mary up in the front. I guess it was at a funeral, but it was singing that song, and it was beautiful. So I was like, I needed to hear this. It was a sign.
Yes, yes.
It was.
All right, y'all. We're gonna pray for Miss Rebecca, and then we're gonna kind of wrap it up. We've been here a little bit longer than I thought, but let's go on and let's go on and pray for Miss Rebecca. Okay. Mm. I pray for protection. I thank you, Archangel Michael. I thank you, Archangel Gabriel, Uriel, Ariel, Raphael, standing at each of the four corners, or north, or south, or east, and her west, and Archangel Raphael ministering to her heart and giving her healing. I thank you for strength, Spirit, that you would come to her, her angels would come to her, lift her up, and give her courage and strength to break free, to break the chains that bind her. I bind the spirit of fear. I also bind this spirit of possession. She is not your possession. She does not, you do not own her. She's not your property. Choose what you will. And I'm speaking to that man. She's not your property. You do not own her. She's not your plaything. I put a hedge of protection around her and I clear her mind. And I thank you, Spirit, that you are going to bring people across her path. They're going to assist her in getting free and getting away from this person. And I thank you that we are all here and we are all adding our energy and sending healing and strength and courage and power to her. And I thank you that she will be free, that she is free, and she will be able to do all that she is destined to do. But right now, I pray for safe passage out of that home to safety. I thank you for it. And I thank you, angels, for protecting her. And I thank you, her ancestors. Thank you for being with her and ministering to her right now and helping her to get out. And that there are physical people coming to assist her. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Amen.
Mm.
That was a good prayer.
That's a very good prayer.
Mm-hmm.
That was a soul prayer.
You know, sometimes, y'all, I'll pray for people, and literally that's when you see certain things. Y'all keep her in your prayers, please. Keep her lifted up. This is going to be a battle for her. It's going to be a battle. But we got this. Okay, y'all. I done cried my makeup off. Now it's time for me to go. All this
He's such a cancer. Oh my god.
I know, right? I can't help
He's
it.
such a cancer.
I love you guys. You guys make me laugh.
Yeah, he's such a
Love
cancer.
you guys so much. Hey, Balance Goddess and Travis, thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna kind of get y'all out of here. We're gonna do a
Thank you for
couple.
having me.
Thank you so much,
Thank
honey. You
you.
stood it, baby. You. I got to give you a gold star, honey, because you hung with it. I love it.
She deserves a twin flame, girl.
God. I'm gonna get up off of that just for her. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna get y'all out of here. We're gonna finish up the evening. Okay. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, wow, this was a fun evening together for 2 hours. That's not normal, but hey, we had a great time. You guys, if you want to work with me, please go to heartofinspiration.net. There are links down below. If I am having a masterclass, if this is something that you wish to join or you wish to actually kind of talk to me about, it's an 8-week course. Email me, admin@heartofinspiration.net, and we can see if it's a fit. It's an ongoing course, but each person you'll be in it for 8 weeks. Okay. So just send me an email and we'll set up a time to chat and see about getting involved in that. And those of you that have already emailed me, yes, we will chat this week. Oh my gosh. Anyway, you will have a fantastic week. We've got the air sign readings and earth sign readings coming up, and I got to figure out some sort of astrology, or I want to kind of get into different things with the moon signs now. So um yeah, just pray for me, y'all, because I got a whole lot going on around here. All right, guys, take care. Okay, thanks so much for being here. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so much. Namaste. Bye bye.